welcome to the first ever video on the Between the Goalposts YouTube channel. Today I wanted to take a look at some of my favorite special teams plays that happened over the Labor Day weekend matchups in the CFL. Starting off with Ottawa versus BC in Touchdown Pacific. I didn't ever think I'd see 5 specialists being dressed for one team in a single game, but you know what? BC did just that. They've been running a 2 long snapper system all season long, with the American Kyle Nelson snapping punts for Stefan Flintoff and Canadian Riley Pickett handling field goals and convert snaps for Sean White. Now, they ran into some problems this week with the Lions' global defensive tackle Thibaut Debye being placed on the 6-game injured list due to a lower back injury sustained in Week 12. They had to dress another global player, so they decided to elevate the South African punter Carl Meyer from the practice roster. He did well for himself in his CFL debut, including this 52-yard punt that went out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Not to be outdone, Ottawa Red Blacks punter Richie Leone pulled off this slick fake punt on 3rd and 10, hitting Dubois for a first down. Long snapper Peter Ajay has a bit of a high snap on this punt. Not that it matters, as Richie Leone immediately looks downfield and throws a dot to Dubois, who then proceeds to run for the first down before being tackled by the BC Lions returner, Terry Williams. Marco Dubois would get his revenge on Terry Williams later in the game when Richie Leone would punt the ball 56 yards to the BC 15-yard line. Williams would field it and then proceed to return it 72 yards. Dubois can be seen in the bottom right corner of your screen, doing his best DK Metcalf impersonation and tracking Williams down to prevent him from scoring a touchdown. Lewis Ward caps off the night with a 53-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good hold, and KK is good. Lewis Ward is now 4 for 4 on field goals over 50 yards in what has been a very impressive comeback season. Moving east to Saskatchewan, wanted to highlight Sergio Castillo's 119-yard kickoff that scored a rare rouge, not something we see every day. Things don't get any easier for Mario Alford as this 48-yard punt by Jameson Sheahan lands short and then bounces off of his hands into the end zone, where Nick Hallett and the rest of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers coverage unit recovers it for a touchdown. Sergio Castillo broke a CFL record by becoming the first kicker in CFL history to hit 9 field goals over 50 yards in a single season. The guy's got an absolute rocket for a leg, and I think he could easily push that record to 15 50-yard field goals by playoffs. Brett Lothar, the kicker for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, also made a splash on the stat sheet when he made his first field goal over 50 yards on the season, his 55-yard beauty. Brett Lothar would come out with just 14 seconds left on the clock for an onside kickoff attempt, something he's found considerable success on over the last 2 years. The Saskatchewan Hands team recovers the ball, and Brett Lothar has now completed 4 of the last 7 onside kickoff attempts, by far the best record in the CFL. Milligan makes a jump on the ball here, and Jefferson can't get a hand on it. Adam O'Clair is the one who recovers it, sets up this next play. As time expires, Brett Lothar is set up for a 60-yard field goal. Those of you who've been following along with the CFL Special Teams Power Rankings know this is just outside of his range. Lucky Whitehead fields the ball about 4 yards short of the goal posts, and the game is over. Heading east to the Hammer, where Hamilton Tiger Cats took on the Toronto Argonauts, Hamilton punter Nick Constantinou was able to fake out Toronto returner Janarian Grant by doing everything in his power to make this punt look like it was going to go to the left side of the field, only to swing his foot back to the right, ultimately pushing the ball deep into the end zone and scoring the game-tying rouge. Mark Leggio would capitalize on this opportunity as he would then go on to match his career long with a clutch 55-yard game-winning field goal late in the fourth quarter, winning the game for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Rounding out Labor Day weekend, the Elks traveled to Calgary to take on the Stampeders with a new kicker on the roster after Boris Beatty was benched in favor of the fan favorite Dean Faithfull. He started strong, making a 41-yard field goal. However, the Elks continue to struggle at the kicker position. Faithfull would come back later in the game and miss a chip shot 29-yard field goal. On the other side of the ball, Calgary Stampeders kicker Rene Paredes had a great night. He hit a career-long 57-yard field goal, smashing his previous best of 53 yards. To finish off the video, I wanted to show you this 61-yard punt by Jake Julian. Peyton Logan fields it at his own 6-yard line before dodging one tackler, turning upfield and finding a seam. with a few key blocks to take out punter Jake Julian and backup quarterback Dakota Prukop. Peyton Logan returns this 104 yards all the way to the end zone for his first return touchdown of the season. And that just about wraps up Week 13 Special Teams highlights. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more Special Teams content, and comment down below with your favorite play of the week.